Good morning, digital nomads. Today's project on Van Helsing involves using a sander, which I've hand sanded things before in my life, but this one is just a Black & Decker quarter sheet sander here. I've already got it loaded up. It's not that hard. Here, let me show you how that gets done. These little side pins lift up and out, see, like that, and then you stick the sandpaper underneath, cut it to fit, and lift up the pin and it holds it tight. It's got a little bag to gather up the dust, which is handy. I am using a pair of safety glasses. Don't want to get any of this in my eyes. So safety glasses on, sandpaper loaded. We're working on still removing the racing stripe, so I don't want that on there. It's not very pretty anyway. But here is the main problem. By the door is this big rust piece. So what has to happen is this part has to be sanded, all the flakes removed, has to be smooth, has to be filled with Bondo filler, some fiberglass resin, and then of course painted. And I want to paint the whole van white. Just make it white, make it stealthy so where I can park it on the street and it just looks like somebody's work van. Doesn't look like a camper at all, except on the inside. And we'll make the inside as beautiful as we can, one day at a time. Still working on getting all the parts listed on a piece of paper to be replaced one at a time. Doesn't really need too many things replaced, not right away. It does run, and I have driven it. It's a little bumpy ride, not very smooth, so I'm thinking maybe some new shocks, new brakes, not sure. I want to replace this emblem with a bat, which I think would be all kinds of fun since, of course, I've named it Van Helsing. Bumper looks good. Bottom part is chrome. They don't make them like this anymore. I'm very, very pleased to have this van to turn into a camper van, and one day at a time doing what I can in between earning money to pay for the parts and the restoration. I have had some people offer to help, which is awesome. Got somebody coming over today to talk to me about replacing the carpet. You can see I've started sanding here on the back. Even the parts that don't have rust still need to be scuffed up so that the next new paint adheres properly. I do want to show you inside. This has to be replaced too. As you can see, the light got cracked when it got smacked on this corner. But the other one's okay, and it's okay for now. The lights do work, so I'm street legal. The windows, I found out yesterday after the rain, when it rained and I stayed inside just to see if there were any leaks. There were only two places that did leak. One was a tiny, small leak in this window here in the center. Very small, not even a drip. Just I could tell moisture was coming through, so that will have to be addressed. And the other place where the water came in was on the triangle glass here on the passenger side. Again, not a big leak, just a tiny little drop of water formed right there. So that was the usefulness of sitting inside my van for about half an hour as it poured down rain. And I'm thankful for every place that it doesn't leak, because amazingly, this 1994 Dodge Ram 3500 only had two very small pin leaks in the window seals. So that's all kinds of good. I've been talking with some other people about building the template, and of course using the plywood to create a subfloor. for this. And as I mentioned, a friend's coming over today to talk about replacing the carpet here in the cab. I'm thinking gray, and because I want the interior of this van to be gray and sort of a bamboo color, lighter gray, shades of gray. And I could always, you know, use spot color, red or purple or whatever color I'm interested in using for color. Can change with the seasons even. And as you can see, the carpet right there is too threadbare to clean. I have watched some videos on how to get carpeting in vans really clean, but this one's so threadbare, I just want to replace it. And so that's where I'm at today, September 27th, 2019, on the Van Helsing Restoration Project. LL Sweetness out.